Good morning, everybody. I am still in my jammies. I am. It's almost 9, and I've already made coffee. And so we're going to have some coffee together this morning. I'm so excited. I'm going to be changing the name right before I post this. So the new name is Not a Chef, Cooking Adventures. I'm excited. So welcome to Not a Chef. I'm Lisa. I'll be your host every time you see a video. Okay. I haven't done the dishes yet. I've been kind of lazy. And so today, I'm going to be making my famous sandwich for lunch. I have to make some homemade coleslaw dressing for that. And so I'll be doing that. And then I'm going to figure out what we're having for dinner, and I'll be filming that too. So I'm excited. My friend is still out of town, and I'm missing her. This morning it was so cute. So she sent me a message this morning. Lee, I said like a lot of L's, a lot of I's, a lot of S's, a lot of A's. So I text her back, Jess, G's, E's, and S's. She thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. This coffee it's the fresh ground Starbucks Pike Place through the drip machine. So I thought, I want to try it. It's gonna be good, I'm sure. I'm sure it's gonna be good. And I believe this is all the creamer I have. I got some half and half. Oh, I got caramel back there. I think I'll have caramel this morning. Ooh, I'm excited. Things get buried in my fridge because there's so much in here. I got half and half. I got heavy whip, 2 pans of creamer, and I still got a little bit of orange juice left too to drink. I can't drink a lot at a time because it's very sugary. I'm going to have caramel this morning. Yahoo. Caramel macchiato. Is that what this is? Yep, caramel macchiato. I wish I could get a hold of some amaretto. I love amaretto. I can't find it anywhere in this state. Anywhere. Might have to order it from like Sunny or International Delight itself. The problem with this drip, if you don't use the dry sugar and the dry cream, it's not very hot. It's not very hot. And then I put more cream in it to make it right, and it's just warm. So then what do? Microwave it. It's good though. I'm afraid to microwave it. I'm just gonna put it on for a couple of seconds. You know what I did? Let me see if I can hook up my soundboard. Okay, well, I could hook it up, but the video shut off, so I will splice them together. How's everybody this morning? So let's see how light it is with all the lights off. That's the light coming through my blinds because it's so pretty outside. It's not that. It rained, but it's not cold. But it's overcast. Looks like a storm is coming. Yep. Clouds are dark. So, and it's kind of dark without the lights on too. See if I can just go with that one there. Is that too bright? I don't know. I guess it's okay. So I wanted to microwave it for 10 seconds and microwaved it for 30. Yeah, it looks like it fared pretty good. That's perfect and nice and hot. What's wrong with you, machine? You gotta make sure this stays heated. Is that a heated pad? I think it is a heated pad. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave it on in case I want a second cup. That's the nice thing about these. So you can come back and get another cup. Then I drink way too much coffee. I might bake something today. So the creme brulee, oh my God, it was so good. My husband ate one. He's like, I said, do you want me to crackle you a creme brulee? And he goes, I don't know. I said, well, after you get done eating for dessert. He's like, I don't know. So I wait for him to get done eating. He had a little bit left, and I said, so do you want me to crackle you one? And he goes, I said, do you know what creme brulee is, right? And he goes, not really. I was so shocked because he knows everything. I tell you what, you ask him about history or movies, and he will not let you down on an answer. I swear to God. So if you have any questions, I'm trying to talk him into starting his own YouTube channel, talking about history and stuff, or movies. You know, he could do a couple of days about history, a movie video, and right? So I'm trying to talk him into it, and I said, you know, if you get big really fast, you can quit your job. But, you know, I don't know. I don't think we're going to make it if he quits his job. He's so burned out. I've gone over the bills, and if we cut back on some things, which I don't mind cutting back on, he can lower his hours by 1 day a week. 12 hours less a week. So that's like $500 a month that we're going to, you know, our car is, see, when I was working, nothing mattered. We made our bills. We had lots of extra money because we lived well below our means. And then the pandemic, it's just been a nightmare. But we're faring through it, right? I think everybody has a little bit of a mental thing going on because of 2020. But, you know, if we all just be nice to each other, hold doors, say thank you, smile, and we'll get through it. We will. All of us will. Hopefully, you know, and I'm saddened by all the deaths, obviously, but it's just been a roller coaster of, oh my God, this person died today, and oh my God, those people died through COVID, and oh my God, you know, right? And then I get sick, and oh my God, you are out of your effing mind if you think I'm going to get anywhere near a doctor's office or the hospital in March, April, and May. No. I didn't even go to the doctor till July. Should have went, but you know, you don't know that you got a friggin' virus. Oh, well, this virus is going around, but I get this one instead. I'd have rather had that one lived through it. It'd have been gone by now. But, you know, you just never know. And I'm alive, and I'm thankful for that. So I can watch my grandson grow up and visit with my kids and love my, you know. I want to make it clear with Curtis. We were married got married in 95. It was 2015. So we had been married for 20 years. And I divorced him because my brain, because of the car accident, I was way down deep into that dark rabbit hole with my brain making memories for me. And they weren't. I got through. And when I went back to work, I knew my memory was still not good. And prior to the accident, I had the same dispatcher that I had at my new current gonna start employment job. In August of 2015, I went back to work, and I got hired by a company that had a lot of the same employees that my old company had. The dispatcher, the manager, and that's how I got the job so easily. I mean, my interview was me talking about, you know, how you doing? He's like, how you doing? I said, oh, how are you doing? How's your family? I knew he had gotten married and had a kid. And you know, so that's what my interview was about, just talking about his family and how he doing, how I doing. You know, we went out and smoked a cigarette and we got a cup of coffee and you know, I was hired, of course, right? So we were family. We're all family. And so still to this day. Now, so the dispatcher, she's a good friend of mine, okay? So I come into work that first day and she's like, I'm so glad you're here. You know where you're going. I'm not going to have to MapQuest you or Google Map you anywhere you know all the schools in the whole state, and all I have to do is say, hey, you're going to Hamilton, and you're going to know where you're going. And I said, her name, right? I'm so sorry, sweetie. And she's like, what? And I said, Hamilton? Jane Addams? Nathan Allen? Roosevelt? I don't know any of these schools. I've never been to these schools. And she's like, what are you talking about? I said, well, my accident gave me a pretty severe head injury and I don't remember. I remember driving a bus. I remember how to drive the bus. But I don't remember where I'm going if I was out there. Because I'd get in my car and I'd get a couple miles away from the home and all of a sudden I wouldn't recognize anything. Nothing at all. I'd be perfectly fine when I got in my car. And then a mile down the street, I'd be like, and I could remember where I was going and where I came from, but I couldn't recognize anything around me. I'm like, I have no idea where I'm going. I have no idea where I am. So I know where I'm going, but I don't know how to get there because I have no idea where I am. That was quite the trial and error there. And that went on for a year before I went back to work. And I told her, I said, I need to be Google mapped and MapQuested and checked on everywhere I go. But I gotta say, getting in that bus and going back to work, it wasn't easy. I did it, and sorry. And as I went on doing my job day after day after day, and I'd go into different places, and you know, because I'm a cover driver, I cover routes. And so I was covering routes, and then I got a route because it was a temporary thing to just cover it till they found a driver, and then I'd be back to going in different routes. Every time a driver would call in sick, I would do their route for them. So I said, you know, I'm not sure I can do this different route every day, and not knowing, because when I knew where I was going before the accident, doing a different route every day, it was like a piece of cake. Because I knew all the streets, all the schools, all the everything in the whole state of Washington. I knew there's not one street I haven't been down in this state. Not one. I have lived here my whole life and I've been driving since I was 12. Well, I don't want to get in trouble for that, but I mean, I'm sure statute limitations up on that one. But yeah, I would just drive and drive and drive and drive and drive. I drive. That's what I do. I drive. If I'm not driving a school bus, I'm driving my car every weekend. Road trip. Every single weekend I used to go on road trips. I'd hike up these mountains. I'd go to the beach. Because this state, you can be in the desert. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. That was a mistake. Just so happened my fingers were like going like that. Okay, so you can get into the desert area, mountains, water, lakes, ocean. It's all here. It is all here. You don't have to go anywhere else to get everything here. It's a beautiful state. It's a wonderful state. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me for morning coffee. And here's my coffee right here. Sorry for moving you around so much. Cheers. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Bye now.